Today I'm going to talk to you on this subject called Sun Tzu Strategies for Winners. What is Sun Tzu strategies? Let me take you back to history a bit, give you a background. Sun Tzu Art of War is actually an old book. It's a book that was written 2,500 years ago. I want to draw your attention to this fact that Sun Tzu's Art of War was written 2,500 years ago, because in those days, China was not like China is today. Today, with the exception of Taiwan, we can say China is one country. But 2,500 years ago, China was splintered into many states, and the states were often at war with each other. For that reason, we really cannot blame Sun Tzu for writing a book with such a horrible title like The Art of War. Unfortunately, many people still judge Sun Tzu's Art of War, the book, by its cover. They say it's a bad book, it's a negative book because it's all about war. Today I want to show you that it's not so. We can still use Sun Tzu strategies positively. But how to use Sun Tzu's Art of War positively? We can use it positively, provided we are prepared to change our mindset. Change some of the negative words that we come across. If you read Sun Tzu's Art of War, you cannot help but come across one terrible word. From page 1 to the end of the book, you will come across this word called enemy. Dictionary tells us an enemy is someone to be careful of. If we are not careful of our enemies, our enemy will harm us. Now, we are not going to look at enemy in this context. Every time you come across this word enemy, if you want to use Sun Tzu's Art of War positively, neutralize that word. Change it. Change the word enemy to simply the person we are dealing with. You find Sun Tzu has often been quoted for saying, know yourself, know your enemy. In 100 battles, you won't fear the result. Now let's apply it by changing that word enemy. Know yourself. Know the person we are dealing with. Who is the person we are dealing with? At the workplace, our boss. Know yourself, know your boss. It's not just for bosses to manage their employee. Clever employees know how to manage their bosses too. Know what your bosses want. Manage their expectation. Give them what they want, not what they don't want. Know yourself, know your colleagues that pave the way for team building. When we know each other, we know where the other person comes from, what he wants, what he needs. Know yourself. Know your team members, the people you lead. How to motivate them. You got to get into their mind. Of course, know yourself, know your customers. Know what is it your customer need, want. Influence their need and their want. Sun Tzu Art of War even can be applied at home. At home, know yourself, know your spouse, know your wife, your husband. I even wrote a book, Sun Tzu's Art of War for Managing Your Marriage. 25 years, hard-earned experience. I know when to fight with my wife. I know when it's safer to run away. Know yourself, know your children. Today's children are very different from my time. My time, whatever Papa, Mama say, we will bow and say, yes, Papa, yes, Mama. Today's children question you. I suppose the food they eat give them better nutrition. They are smarter. I suppose the internet and global TV and all that. Hey, we need to use strategies today to manage children. How about our in-law and outlaw? In-law are those we like. Outlaws are those we don't. All right, strategies can be applied. I'll show you. Now, Sun Tzu, the author of this book, The Art of War, he came from the state of Qi, But he didn't live or work there. He went on to the state of Wu. In Wu, he impressed King He so much that King He made him the supreme commander of his army. For 20 years, as supreme commander of the Wu armies, Sun Tzu never lost a battle. Every battle he fought, he won. But then, like all men, he has to retire. After he retired, problems started. Those generals who succeeded him, they stopped using Sun Tzu's art of war. As a result, they started losing battles after battles until 473 BC, a whole state of Wu was destroyed. Some people ask, what went wrong? Now, what went wrong 2,500 years ago could still be going wrong today. The Chinese knew the answer a long, long time ago. You want the answer? Here it is. This is